Hello and welcome to the July 25th, 2024 Solana Memecoin Trading Journal and Watchlist. My name is FOMO, you mofo. I trade Solana meme coins, that is it, and I'm learning the rest as I go and sharing it with you. Before we begin, nothing in this video is financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. This is purely for entertainment purposes only. And if you'd like to get in real-time plays, alpha, and everything else in between, don't forget to join my Telegram and follow me on X. And yeah, with all that mumbo jumbo out of the way, let's dive in. But hold up, hold up, hold up. A lot of you guys keep saying, homie tells us to join his Telegram, but I can't find the link. You'll just go into the description. You'll click here to find the Notion document with everything we talked about in the video, as well as the relevant links to follow me on X, join the Telegram, subscribe on YouTube, so on and so forth. But now, with all that mumbo jumbo out of the way, let's dive into the current metas that we're seeing take off. So in Politify, a couple of things happened as of recent. For one, there was a rumor that Biden was dead. I don't know if he's dead or if he's alive, but basically when that happened, comma just mooned like crazy. I think it hit almost 40 mil all-time high when that happened this past weekend. And yeah, I think I was just like late at night and people were saying that he was like rushed to the hospital and a bunch of other things. And that's why, in anticipation of Kamala Harris stepping in to take over as the president of the United States of America, this just mooned out of nowhere. Well, yeah, it was out of nowhere because everyone thought that Joe was dead. But yeah, been shouting for the rooftops to bid comma ever since I first called it at 5 mil. Then it kind of stabled down to like 2 to 3. So hopefully you guys bought these little dips here that we've been seeing. And yeah, it's catching bids now. I think as far as what the chart is looking like, I think this would be a good buying zone. Anything between like the previous all-time high I kept like rejecting. So the previous resistance here. I'm still learning technical analysis. I ain't even gonna pretend like I know what I'm talking about. I just if it looks good, it looks good, right? Oh man. But yeah, anyway, so I mean, obviously the chart for on the 4 hour chart, right? It was green. Now this one's a little bit green, so it looks like it's been catching bids here since like the low 24 million market cap. So again, 20 to I would say, yeah, 19 to 24, 23 is probably where I'd bid just here, this little area here. I don't even like drawing on charts when I'm doing these videos because sometimes people laugh at like my TA, but yeah, I think somewhere here would be good. But yeah, we'll come back and we'll see if I'm right. But yeah, buy here. Yeah. Okay. And another thing that happened, man, a lot of people got fucked by dark MAGA. We called it in the Gambles channel at around 7 mil market cap, and then it just skyrocketed to almost 100 million market cap. And then Elon kind of fucked everyone and changed his profile picture. So that's always the downside to these like tokens that moon because of an event, right? Whether it's Trump getting shot, Joe Biden being supposedly dead, Elon changing his profile picture. A lot of these coins moon and then they kind of die rather quickly, and we saw that firsthand with Dark Maga. And yeah, it's just one of those situations to where we get too greedy, especially if you get in early. You know, a lot of people had even bought before, like sub 1 million market cap, which is crazy to think. And yeah, I mean, they either round tripped or they printed a lot of money. Like this guy made almost $1 million. This guy made half a mil, 200,000, 200,000, 200,000. A lot of 200,000s. Maybe these were insiders. I'm not sure. But yeah, a six-figure trade, if not a five-figure trade for a lot of people. And I'm glad that everyone got to eat. I'm sorry if you got fucked on it, but yeah, it is what it is. That's what happens with these things. But yeah, Bowden also kind of picked up a little bit, very, very little, when they thought he was dead. You can see here at the last few days on the daily chart, it kind of it didn't close at zero point zero 0.03 cents. We're back down to point 0.12, but it is what it is. So yeah, I would not bid on Bowden, but yeah, I mean, as far as like other things that are kind of moving or not, I think the last time we talked about Tucker, it was going up, and now it's on a little bit of a correction here. So if you kind of missed out on this initial pump, I think last week or the week before, we were kind of saying how this is going to be like the next thing to kind of start moving as far as within the political meta. So we've had like what's going on with my mouse here? We've had things like again Bowden, Trump, and so on and so forth start moving, and those are political figures, right? This is like the sub meta to the meta, towards like these newcasters, conspiracy theorists, podcasters. Um, it went up to I'm not on market cap. It went back up to like 20 something, up from like seven. That seven was the bottom. It went up to like 24 million. Now it's at 14 million. And again, it's catching bids. So if you missed the first leg up, I think this is a great uh, bidding opportunity here. And if we take my handy dandy Fibonacci retracement tool, we could see that it's bouncing off that line pretty perfectly. So I think it's a decent place to throw a bid into. So at least I will too personally. So let me label this because what's the damn yeah, here we go. So let's just say FOMO bot here, and then we can come back and see if I called the bottom or not. Because I think that's important to be able to share with the general public so that they can stop fading these YouTube videos and see that we know what we're doing. But yeah, I think this is everything politicized, just a slow cook leading up to the elections here. So Trump, I'm still bullish on. It's kind of been just in the same like 30 to 40 range for a minute. Switch on the daily chart. Yeah, so it's bound to just like boom out of nowhere. So again, if you've been sidelined on Tremp, or if you haven't purchased before, I think when I first started, I was doing price when I first started this channel back in May. So I was talking about buying Tremp. I'll just go back to market cap. It's been a long day. So yeah, I was saying buy Tremp like at 28, 25 million. 20 or something, so it's still at a 2x, I think. I don't remember. I deleted my marker. We'll just say 25 million, but I still think right here is a good bidding zone because yeah, the chart looks good in my opinion, and the team is still working. So yeah, we'll call this the Trump local bottom here. So we'll just mark it. So if you're looking to get into political coins, I think Trump, and Tuca are the ones with the most upside right now in comparison to everything else that I have here on my watch list. Trump again, all time high was probably like, I don't know, almost 100 million market cap or something. So as far as like what you have to look forward to here, there's that one thing, price range measure. So um, in the short term, you'd be looking at a 200% increase when it gets to all time high. But Bowden I think hit like 800 million or 600 million or something stupid. So, um, yeah, I think it's worth just throwing more bids here if you're looking for something to just park some soul into. The team's not going anywhere. They've been around for a minute. Same thing, just because Biden dropped out, and this seems to be like like what the Democrats are kind of like rooting for to happen for Kamala to step in. So Kamala Harris to step in. So I would place my bets here. All time high. It just hit it like it was like 30 something, like 38 million market cap. And I think on this leg, this seems like support. So just 20 to 25 is a safe bidding zone. And then Tucker, like I mentioned, this is the leader in the sub meta of the political meta. So this is like the leader of the conspiracy theorists, podcaster, newscaster type people. So again, if I were to purchase any three political coins and just hold through this cycle, it would definitely be Tremp, comma, and Tuker. As far as beta plays or lower market cap plays, JD Vance would probably be another contender just because he's going to be Trump's VP in real life. And this coin is officially supported by the Donald Trump team on Solana. So we called this like around 1 million and it went up to like 3. It's on a pretty big correction here. But again, if we look at our like volume indicator, I think most of the volume happened up here. And a lot of people were selling for a loss. But if we also look at, you know, the the previous all-time highs that were kind of rejected, or it wasn't rejected here, but the previous all-time high was like the range it's in now. And you can see like a little bit of green here on the chart. So it looks like people are placing bids here more now. So yeah, I think this is a safe one. No, none of this stuff is safe. I'm correcting myself, but I think this is a good bid zone if you've been sidelined or if you missed the big first run up. I think the team is still active. Haven't really seen them on Twitter. Well, I don't follow them, so that's probably why. But yeah, I mean they tweeted 3 hours ago. Um, I mean the whole market's kind of on a dump retrace type of phase right now, so I think as far as beta plays, this would be a good one for Trump because it kind of goes hand in hand. Like this is the president, this is VP. They kind of go together. Comma, I think she has a V. I don't remember that person's name, and I don't even know if there's a token creator just yet. But yeah, I think Events is a good beta play for Trump if you're looking for one, like to add other than these three, but definitely purchase these three. And then Alex Jones, this was the other pretty big runner. I think it hit like 4 or 5 million market cap. This is another conspiracy, or 8 million. Wow, this is another like conspiracy theorist type, person um, that also like makes content or has like a podcast or whatever. I don't really watch the stuff, so I can't really speak to it efficiently. But if Tucker runs, then this will follow. They kind of ran around the same time, and yeah, the rest are kind of just doing what they do. You know what I mean? So just keep an eye on them and see if there's any volume or big like price changes. But right now, Politify is kind of just either on a big retrace, following the this past weekend with all the news and also the market dipping. But yeah, anyway, that's how I'm feeling about Politify. Let's talk about cats. Popcat is the number one cat on Solana. Um, yeah, it hit a billion market cap and it's retracing a bit too. Um, Again, I don't really enter these high market cap coins just because I feel like I'm super late, but everyone is really, really bullish on it and saying that it's gonna go higher. So just based off the daily chart, I wouldn't be surprised if it comes back down to like 600 million market cap, although it is catching some bids now. But I just don't see a lot of volume in order to support this into a billion plus. I could be wrong, but I would say 600. If it drops down to here, I'd probably throw some bids at it. But for now, I'll stay sidelined. It's fine. Even though I've been saying that probably since like June when it was like at 300, so that would have been like a 3x. But it is what it is. Maybe throw in a starter so you don't regret later. I'll probably regret later, but it's fine. Um, a new one that was actually added here to my uh, cat watch list is Biggie. And Biggie is being supported by a lot of people on the timeline and crypto Twitter. And essentially, the lore behind this is that the same dev that deployed Mini, which we all know and love, and I still hold, um, not as big of a bag as I had before, but still a pretty sizable bag. Definitely took a lot of profit here. Last time it was at all time high. Kept a moon bag, kind of same as Selfie. Like I just kept a moon bag and then just like fell off and was worth like $1,000 or something. But now it's worth at least 20, I think. Because yeah, that's usually how I do my math, or how I calculate my moon bags. I left the moon bag up here and it went down to like a grand when it was like at 2 million market cap, and now it's worth like 15 or something. I don't even know. I don't check it. But yeah, the dev that deployed this one also deployed Biggie shortly after, way back when, or a couple months ago, and then he rugged both, right? And now this got a CTO, and it's doing really well. It's been holding above two for quite a minute after everyone started calling it, which is good to see. No aggressive dumps. I mean, a lot of people definitely took profit here because this was all time high, but volume's been pretty consistent since it broke out here from two, and it's just stayed above it. And yeah, I mean, if you're sidelined on it, I think anything in the long term, anything under three is kind of good. This might play out just like mini, to where it was just around 3 million, and then just out of nowhere it just ran big. Yeah, it's a good meme. I think we've all seen the buff Doge, buff dog, but it's just like a cat over it. So yeah, I like the lore behind it. I like the meme itself, and I could see a lot of people repping, the meme, and yeah, it looks like Joji and Mitch are in and supporting it, and then that's always a good sign. Both of them are pretty based, so yeah, that's probably what these green candles are working or doing. But yeah, I really like this one. Um, Michi is kind of doing its thing here. It's back up, and it's good to see because I think they had a change of hands in terms of like the team. So I think that's why it like dumped over here, and also market conditions. But it's looking like it's picking back up. They're getting their ducks in a row again, and yeah, I think if any other cat after Popcat is gonna follow, I definitely think it would be Michi at this point, just because they're super loud at on the timeline. A lot of people have it as their PFP, so the community's pretty much unmatched. Obviously, Mini, I'm biased because I really like them and I've been in pretty early. So as far as like which ones I would pick out of here, would definitely be Popcat for the long term, just because everyone has their targets set super high. Mishi and Mini and Biggie, of course, would be the ones that I would recommend to get into if you're not already. Just find your entry. But as far as low caps go, or if you don't want to get anything under or above a million market cap, there is one cat on here that I think can kind of get to at least a million market cap pretty easily. It has before too. It would be Maxwell the cat, Spin Cat, and the lore behind this one um, is pretty interesting. Um, delete this, but yeah, it's sitting at around. It's been. I don't know if we want to call it consolidation or just like accumulation, but when Popcat was like rising up, um, back in the beginning of July, I think when it broke like 500 million market cap or something, um, this just started catching wind on the timeline, and it wicked to 1.59. It didn't close there. I think it closed at yeah, 600K. And basically the lore behind Maxwell the cat is that if you go to the Popcat website, um, this guy's on the top left. I don't know what the official Popcat website is, so I can't bring it up, but that's like the lore behind it, and it's a pretty popular meme. I've seen it. They're not posting as much as I'd like for them to, and they don't have a big presence, and they don't really have a lot of holders. So there's just lore behind it, and I mean it's a good meme. It's a cat. A lot of people have seen it, normies as far as like Spin Cat goes, but it just doesn't have a lot of volume, doesn't have a lot of people bidding it. And whether that's because it hasn't been brought to light, or if it's just the market just doesn't agree with it, um, that's kind of what we see start to happen sometimes with these memes. Like even though the lore is good, the content is good or whatever, sometimes they just don't pick up. But yeah, I think once people start to kind of connect the dots and be like, oh wow, like on the official Popcat website, and I'm not talking the where'd he go? I'm not talking the Popcat website like from the coin. I'm talking about the like actual Popcat, like the real cat. Let me pull up the website real quick. I forgot what it was. I think it's just popcat.click or something. Yeah, so this is like the official website for Popcat, and they have Maxwell up here. So that's like the thesis or like the lore behind it. Um, Whether it catches on, great. If not, whatever. At least you heard it here first in case it blows up randomly. But yeah, I think that's it on cats, at least for me. Dogs, man, we let Selfie down by not paying attention to him, and yeah, I'm upset, but it is what it is. I did call it around 200,000 market cap in my Telegram. I was kind of connecting the dots. That was a crazy time. And yeah, so I have the receipt here because some people didn't remember, but yeah, I shared it here at around 210 market cap. I kind of connected the dots between Sage and Palgrani, and he was in the Telegram. Liv was there. She's the Harambe dev. So yeah, fun times. Um, it dropped as low as like 30K market cap, and then it just skyrocketed to like a million market cap the next day, and then went up to like 30, and we all thought it was gonna hit 100 million, and then just a sea of red for days and days and days. It just went down only after that. And I'm not gonna lie, I took, this is a six-figure trade for me, and rightfully so. If you get in sub 100,000 market cap, like take your profits. Um, but it just got obliterated. Um, like without looking at this, like if you just look at the chart over here, like it was bearish, like from then on. But then it started cashing bids, and then people started believing in it, and then bam, it just mooned. And a lot of it has to do with DJ really supporting it. And I hate to say it, but like truthfully, it takes a happy mixture of community and I don't want to say KOLs or influencers because like some people don't like being referred to that, and I'm pretty sure DJ doesn't like being referred to that. But he has a pretty big following, and he works for his bags, and he has the funds to support financially as well the project, and he's done that, and I think he's the marketing lead for the project as well now. So it was a good meme. The community kind of let me down, and the chart just looked very bearish. And yeah, I mean, all I can really do is just say sorry for not supporting during the red. But yeah, I mean, I took my profits and I left a God, like $20,000 moon bag, and it was worth peanuts. It was worth like a grand at some point, but now it's back. So cool. Keep sending it, guys. And yeah, I'll slowly start posting about it again because it looks silly not talking about a coin for days and then being like, I told you guys. I didn't tell you anything. I did just give up on it and I just forgot about it. And that happens with a lot of coins that, I take profits on and just kind of hide from my moon bag or send it to like a wallet I have zero access to, like on the go. I just kind of forget. So yeah, sorry, but good shit. With let's just open it up just because this is like the leader of the dog pack. And I wouldn't be doing this video justice if I didn't talk about Whiff. Shout out to whoever pointed that out to me. But yeah, the looks good. Uh, yeah, I'm sidelined on Whiff. I think I own very little. It just again, it's at a very high market cap that I don't really try to trade it. I don't really mess with it. I think back in January I put in like $1,000 and I just forgot about it. I don't even know how much it's worth. But yeah, I'm just kind of I don't even want to do the math on it. But yeah, I have some, and the thing with these like first movers or these like leaders of like these metas is that you gotta bet on them, and you kind of have to bet on them, or else who will? Because if Whiff doesn't succeed, the rest of our smaller cap coins won't. So Um, I just gotta proudly talk about it, even though I am sidelined and I don't know how much of it I own. But yeah, I have a bag, just don't know how much. But anyway, that that is it. Wit has been slowly moving up. I think I talked about this a while ago. And essentially, if you have forgotten, basically the lore behind this is that a guy named Some Fatty Tuna, I think on Twitter, he's like one of Anthem's like friends, or he's like in his alpha chat or something. He's the dev behind it, and this guy is dedicated to like make this thing work. He's been posting about it day after day after day without fail. Hasn't let the homies down. He's just always posting about it, and yeah, I mean, all time high was like at 40 million market cap or something crazy. Then had a huge sell off, huge correction, but some fatty tuna, some tuna fatty, he's still posting about it, even though it's like down here. So, I mean, as far as like risk reward, I mean, again, there's not a lot of volume, not a lot of people buying it. So, I mean, this is kind of just one of those coins where you just buy it and forget about it and you come back rich or poor. And I think I've been saying that since like back in May. I'm poor currently. No, wait, no, I'm the same because I bought it back in March around 3 million market cap. So, um, hey, this might be the next selfie. You know what I mean? So you never know. But yeah, that's a good one. Boppy and Buddy are relatively new coins, new dog coins that are, under 1.5 mil. Buddy, I mean, ran up pretty quickly, was heavily supported by Billy Whales and DJ and a couple of other based people, but um, kind of same thing. It's lacking a real community behind it. So this is kind of just one of those where again you just kind of throw some soul in and see what happens after that. Same with Boppy, low volume, low makers. So we'll see. We'll just keep an eye on them. But as far as like the ones that I would bid on here, obviously Whiff. If you're not betting on Whiff, you're not betting on the success of Soul Meme Coin. So I would definitely throw some here. Selfie and maybe gamble on Whip, Boppy, and Buddy. That's how I would go about these dog coins. But yeah. So this is a newer meta that's popping up. I don't really know what to call it, but it's called CT or culture coins, however you want to call it. Um, but yeah, whatever words that people throw around, like it's time to lock the fuck in. You lack conviction in this coin. Bet more. You know what I mean? Like those higher. Keep clicking. Like those types of sayings that you hear people on Twitter say or people in crypto say. So that's this meta here, and it's relatively new. The leader is lock in, but this is also part of the Zoomer meta. So I still feel like this meta is still fairly new. So just watch out for just aggressive dumps on these because it can happen pretty quickly. I know we gambled on Dog and Me higher, you know, went just got CTO'd and it hit I think almost like 2 million market cap or something. Yeah. And now it's on a big correction here. So this is kind of like where it's we either see some bids come in or these coins just kind of die off. The leader currently again is lock in, but I associate that more with the Zoomer meta because that is a Zoomer term that they're using. So Sigma, I feel like is the one true um the one true culture coin that's leading the charge right now and isn't associated with other metas. Or maybe correct me if I'm wrong, maybe Sigma also is a Zoomer meta. Like what is it? Maybe, I don't know. But anyway, Sigma and Lock-in seem to be the leaders of this meta, so I would bet on these if you're looking to get into it. um Other than that, Quant, um, I saw this at a very, very low market cap, and then it just mooned out of nowhere. Um, I've been sidelined on it. I haven't purchased any, but it might be worth looking into because that's the next highest in terms of market cap. But that doesn't necessarily mean anything. What matters is again the community and the meme itself. I think the only one that I actually am still in or have been in for a minute is Study, which is sitting at around 400K market cap. Volume is very low, makers are very low, but I feel like as far as like terms go, or like if we truly want to see a meta to where we talk or a meta around like crypto Twitter terms or CT terms, I feel like Study needs to be like way higher. It's like mispriced horribly. Everybody says this. GCR says this, I think, or whatever the hell his name is. I don't even know who he is. Yeah, and all I do is memes. um, is it GCR or is it GRC? I don't even remember. I don't have time to Google this. But yeah, this one should be priced a lot higher, and it was back in March. I think this was like a big insider coin, and people were mad that they like missed it. I've been keeping an eye on this for a while because there was an OG Twitter, this one right here, and it's been inactive forever, and I always thought that that was what was holding it back. But they have a new Twitter now. It's active. They're posting like once a day. Um, so I think if we really want to see a CT term or culture coin meta take off, we really need to rally behind Study, not just because I'm back biased, but I think this one is like associated with crypto only. You know what I mean? It's not like like lock in is also a Zoomer term. Sigma is a Zoomer term as well. Quant is is a crypto term, but you know we'll see. So is bet more, but I feel like Study is just easier to comprehend and understand. But anyway, if you're looking to get into the culture coins or the CT term meta here, I would bet on the first movers and the leaders here, Sigma and Lock In. I know they're high in market cap, but if there's anything I learned is that these are relatively safer to trade, especially with size. If you have the luxury of doing that, and if not, I mean they're still good for like 2x's, 1.5, like 0.5 x's or whatever. But yeah, again, without an alpha or without a first mover, we can't have any of these do anything. So those would be the safer ones, I would say. Um, yeah, let's close out some of these tabs. I'm getting a little confused here. So let's take a look at Zoomer meta since we've kind of touched lightly on that. Aura has just been taking everyone by surprise with how well it's doing. And yeah, we had such a long consolidation here. And yeah, I mean, I think 16 million was like the perfect place to buy if you bought. Good job. If not, it's fine. Just wait for the next dip because it looks like it's due for another correction here. So maybe like 26 to 30 would probably be the next bid zone here if it comes down again. Looks like some people are selling, which is fine. Dips and corrections are needed for things to send harder. So yeah, I think Aura is just doing a great job with their content. The community is super strong. And I see it all the time on TikTok too now that I know what the fuck Aura is. I was very confused with what it was when it first came out. I thought it was just another cat, but that was actually pretty clever, associating a cat with a Zoomer meme. And yeah, I have a not as much as I should, or not as much as I used to have before I sold for a 2x. um, so yeah, we got to raise our targets sometimes, but yeah, there's a lot of Zoomer memes that have been cooking and are doing well. Zoomer is a good one that I've been talking about for quite some time. Again, I feel like this one is mispriced as well. The team is really hardworking, and again, this captures the essence of this meta. It's literally called Zoomer. So Zoomer can create content around all of these different coins. Like they can say, "Yo, I have motion," or keep mewing, I got the Riz, so on and so forth. So like all of these memes fall under the Zoomer brand and can be used by them, rightfully so. I just, they don't have a lot of volume or makers in comparison to the other ones. So definitely the leaders are Aura and Lock In. And if you're looking to get into the Zoomer meta, I would probably pick Aura, Lock In, Zoomer, and maybe Sad Hamster, just because all time high on this one is insane. And this reminds me of like the Harambe chart, or like the some other coins that are in like some super long consolidation periods, like it was on its first leg up, like all of April and a little bit of May. It was in this consolidation or accumulation phase. Then it just skyrocketed to like 60 million market cap. And then kind of like selfie, it just started to, people were taking profits, losing faith, whatever. And then now it's like catching bids. And if you kind of add like your little horizontal lines here, you can see that it's like trending like upward instead of just downward here, on these like on this line. Again, learning TA a little bit, but still can't confidently speak to it. Let him cook. I feel like everyone knows this meme. Um, but yeah, I like this one. I'm kind of sidelined on it. I've seen it so much. It's been shared to me so many times. It's my fault at this point, but I think it's due for a correction here. Yeah, it looks like it. But yeah, I'll bid on the dip on this one. Oh yeah, there's another one that I talked about earlier. I just forgot to add it to the watch list. I'll add it to cats because I guess it's a cat too. And is this Zoomer or Culture? I'll add it to Zoomer because it's a bit more fitting. But yeah, I think this one's relatively new. Truthfully, and you shouldn't really base your thesis or buy something just because someone else is buying it. But Pelgrani bought it, and yeah, I mean, the only coins he's really been shilling are multi-million market cap coins, like Aura, is at 40 million. I forgot what else he's been shilling as of recent, but it's usually, coins that are very high in market cap. So if he is actively sharing something that's sub 5 million, like, raise your targets, you know what I mean? But yeah, I think this one should do well in the long term. So that's a good one. But yeah, if you're looking to get into the Zoomer meta, I would place your bets on, again, Aura, Lock In, Zoomer, Sad Hamster, and Hit Me Up. The rest are kind of, you know, there are some that I just like. Oh yeah, On God. Forgot to add that one here too. So On God. This one's really fun to say, and it's a Zoomer term. But again, just because I really like it doesn't mean that it's gonna do well. Like I really like this one. I liked type shit so much. That was like my favorite. That is one of my favorite words to say now that I know what it means and how to say it effectively, or the right way. But there just was no community. Other people didn't really get behind it, or the people that were supporting it at first all sold. So yeah, it's kind of not doing anything. But On God, I feel is a little bit easier to understand. A lot of people like Kanye, they know what he's all about, and I think the meme is funny. It's a frog, like Pepe type thing, Pepe type shit. But yeah, super meta. I would get those. Maybe throw On God in there just because I'm biased and I like that one. Mm, Just kidding. I don't know. It's still pretty new, so I don't know if how long it'll last. But yeah, type shit and On God. Those are my two favorite Zoomer terms, other than lock in, and Aura is getting up there because now I know what those things mean. But yeah, anyway, this is another newer meta. Well, it's old but new. Kind of talked about it a little bit on the Telegram, but essentially this all starts with Pepe. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I pretty sure Pepe is a 4chan meme. That's how it's been presented to me, or that's what people say. So this is obviously the leader in this meta, and Pepe's not going anywhere. At least doesn't feel like it. Um, it's just straight up mooning on Ethereum. Then he's like Pepe's relative or something on ETH as well, and that's at 200 million market cap. And if you guys don't remember, or if you weren't around, Dalman, hit I think 12 million market cap as well, and he's Pepe's like German relative. So and I don't know, I think this one just doesn't have a team right now. That's why it's so low. But yeah, one that I'm bullish on in particular is Marv, and this is a sponsored this is a project, a partner project, and essentially what that means is that the team reached out to me and the people that I work with for you know, essentially advertising. So in exchange for me, you know, promoting them, they did give me supply of their token, and they're vesting that to me. So anytime a project or a coin pays me to talk about them or gives me supply, that doesn't mean that's a bad thing. Comma was a partner. I just don't bring that up every video because I feel like it's redundant bringing it up every time. And you saw what happened with that. Um, Marv is the same thing. It is a partner coin. I've partnered with them to kind of talk about the lore behind it. So this is Pepe's racist cousin or evil cousin, something like that. And yeah, I mean it shot up and it's been above 1,800,000, yeah, 800K market cap for the last like few days, which is good to see. So it hasn't like dumped aggressively. I mean, just probably some people like that was all time high, right? So it's always going to dump when there's a new ATH. That's just how it goes. But yeah, I think this one in the long term should do pretty well. Volume is decent. The amount of makers are pretty decent on it too. So definitely keep an eye on this one. I shared it in the Telegram earlier, and yeah, I think this 4chan meta is just developing itself here. Still fairly new. Not a lot of people are really talking about it, but yeah, I mean, you got like the Cope guy. Oh, excuse me. And then this is Pepe on Sol. I added this one here to this watch list because this also ties into another meta that I'll get to right after this. So I'll talk about this coin last. But Troll. This one's catching bids too. This is an OG 4chan meme, Reddit meme as well. Yeah, it hit like a million. It wicked to 2 million. It's on a correction right now. So if you're looking to, you know, front run this meta because it's still pretty low in volume and there's not a lot of people talking about it. But if you want to front run the meta, go ahead and bid that. Same thing with Spurto, Rickroll. Everyone knows what being Rickrolled is. Wojak is another one, and one that's kind of under the radar that I actually learned about recently is Scumbag Steve. Um, so everyone has seen this meme at some point, and apparently, I don't know if this is legit or not. Maybe they're just paying this guy on Cameo, but supposedly they got the real life scumbag Steve to like help. So I don't know if it's legit. Maybe they're just paying him on Cameo, or maybe it actually is. Oh, they're gonna make NFTs too, I guess. Maybe it is like the actual guy like behind the coin, or they onboarded him to the team, or he's like doing something. But yeah, I mean, I think for an OG meme and the actual guy behind the meme is like creating content for it, like this has to send, right? I don't know. Call me crazy. Front run people. I don't know. But anyway, that is the 4chan meta. God, I have so many tabs open. Um, and yeah, celebrities. Mother is the only one I told you guys to buy last time or every time we talk. That's the one that's mooned. So just keep bidding. Dips on Mother. I think it's gonna enter another correction here shortly. It'll probably go to like 45 or something. So 40 to 45 is probably where I would place some more bids if you're sidelined. We talked about WIF already, but let's just look at the WIF derivatives as well, see if anything is pumped. Doesn't look like anything is actively pumping at the moment or cashing insane volume. Zazu, I thought would be a good contender for like, you know, so again, the lore behind this one and this meta is that these are coins, whether they're relatives of, the dog with hat or if they're tokens deployed by the OG dev for Dog with Hat, and Zazu is a coin that was deployed by the OG dev of Dog with Hat. And this one was, on the rise. A lot of people were supporting it, but I think like one of the main guys that was like not a scammer, not a scumbag, is not part of the team anymore because like the with dev, like the OG dev, I forgot what his name was, but there's like drama behind this coin, so it may go lower just because the drama, but just keep an eye on it because people were trying to send this for sure. Um, but yeah, Cock the Cat. This might be what so what they were trying to do with Zazu is what they did with Cock, but it's like down only. And the person that was like supporting Cock was Nate Rivers, and that dude's MIA. I don't know if he retired or if he's just on a beach somewhere, but yeah, ever since he just went offline, it's just been down. But again, I think we're in the bottom 2 to 3 million for it. So maybe just throw some bids at it and just hopefully you come back rich. Ribbit, RBT, no one's really talking about it again. But again, it just kind of comes in waves where people are like, did you know that the WIF deployer did these other two tokens, or the Zazu, or this one WIF backwards? Or oh, this is WIF's brother, Can. Let's max bid. Oh, Pink Guy was also deployed by the WIF deployer. So like things like that just start being talked about on crypto Twitter, and then it just makes people FOMO into it. So you could always front run these people by just throwing some bids in if you have some spare Solana to throw into these, and just kind of waiting for that day to come or that day to happen. But yeah, stonks, kind of want to skip over it, but kind of obligated to talk about it because I don't want to miss anything. But yeah, GME kind of, it what happened with Roaring Kitty, everyone's wanting him to come back. He came back, dump, supposedly he's getting sued again. But again, just bid the bottom, 25 to 35, I think is like safe-ish, but it could go lower. But I think if we place a little trend line here, maybe it hasn't broken it. No, it has broken it. So yeah, I don't know. I'm just bearish on the whole stock meta. I got burnt pretty bad by Super Stonk, and yeah, I don't really care to dabble in this stuff, but it is what it is. It's on the watch list. Just no one's talking about it. Throw some bids in, and maybe something will happen one day. Is kind of how I'm seeing it. Let's talk about Asians. Uh, Maneki is, it is what it is. Mutide is what it is. We're gonna talk about this one more in depth on the next meta here, which is pump folio. So huge alpha here, or huge revelation that I had a few days ago. So the highest market cap coin here in this pump folio is Chi with Hat. And this is the first pump fund coin ever that's like their whole thing. And so the first pump fund is this one. Obviously the test coin, or the Hello New, like that those were tests. Those were, you know, whatever. But this is like the first official one. It hasn't been recognized, I don't think, by Pump Fund directly. Maybe in a soft shell it has been, but this is the first pump coin ever. And guess who the dev is? The dev is Mitch. And I feel like a lot of people don't realize that, or they do, but he's not actively like supporting it. He's, all in on Retardio and a bunch of other stuff. And again, you shouldn't buy something just because one person is the dev, or like one person bought it, so that means that you need to buy. But he has a lot of motion right now. He's really pushing coins like crazy. Um Pretty much, he's printing hard on the timeline. And yeah, so a lot of people believe in him and trust in him. I think right now is a good bidding zone. I think I've opened up the pump folio time after time, and I've known that Mitch is the dev, but I've just kind of forgotten or just like didn't really talk about it or just didn't really make sense to bring up because like Portfolio is kind of not a thing right now. Like it's kind of just dead. Um, but again, I said the same thing about Zoomer Meta, and then literally a week later, it just skyrocketed. So, in order to prepare yourself before these like pumps happen, it's just a matter of throwing some bids in where you can afford to, and kind of just sit on your hands. Because if you front run people like right now, like there's little to no volume on these. And then let's say Mitch tweets about this tomorrow, or people or Pump Fund, like something bullish happens with Pump Fund, and now people are like, all right, like what are some OG Pump Fund coins, blah blah blah, let's go get them. So then this one makes the most sense, and I think it's mispriced by a lot. Um, Considering the dev and considering the lore behind it. So if you want to get into the Pumpfolio, I would definitely buy GWIF Hat. Pepe, this one is the first Pepe coin that was deployed on Pump Fund, so that's why I have this one here. It goes up randomly, then goes down. I don't even know if there's like an actual like CTO in place. I don't even know. But yeah, this is another one, and it's also on my 4chan watch list too. So definitely worth throwing some bids in it and just hoping something happens. Same with these other ones. Rose was like the first pump fund to hit multi-million. Herald and Anon coin were also just like OG coins there. Test coin was the first test coin. Pump fund coin, this one was like the first coin that was shared on the pump fund official TikTok. Hello New is also like a test coin. David is just some guy that went from the SEC and quit and now works for Pump Fund, oddly enough. So that was funny. So yeah, just small little lores behind these coins, and again, just front run the narrative, throw some bids in, and you'll come out rich eventually. But yeah, not gonna talk about these just because for one, this is a very long video. Didn't mean for it to be this long. I had a lot of fun though. But two, I gotta go. So, some closing thoughts: invest what you can afford to lose, keep doing your own research, follow the right people, and make friends. If you don't know who to follow, I got you. I have my X GOAT list here in the description of this YouTube video. Go to the video, right? Go to the YouTube video. This is how you find this document. Go to the video. Yeah, dude. Go to your video, go to my video, and then click on the Notion doc. And then you'll be directed to here, and you can find all the links to everything we've talked about today there, and the watch lists and everything. So, yeah, I will see you in the next video. Talk soon.